I've been wanting doing a redstone tutorial for a while, and I think it's important that everyone knows how to use redstone, because when you're mining and you don't know how to use redstone, you get redstone and it just takes up space. You don't know what to do with it, and it just takes up chest space and it's annoying, and you're like, I can't do anything with this, I want diamonds. So I'm going to teach you some cool over these next tutorials. I'm going to teach you how to use redstone, what it is, and some cool things you can make with it, and the physics of it. So first off, every block in Minecraft, every one, even the air, is powered or not powered. And it's on or off. And the way that by default, they're all off. And the only way one turns on is if it's powered by redstone. So So here's a lever. It turns on. It makes a charge when it's on, and it doesn't have one when it's off. So see, I just turn it on and it makes a charge. So the block below the lever, the block above the lever, and these blocks are charged. They're charged blocks. So you need to turn on the block. You need an input. Now there's different inputs. There are 6 different inputs. There's the lever, both pressure plates, the redstone torch, the button, the tripwire hook, and that's it. So, first off, the most simple one is the redstone torch. It's always on until it's destroyed, so it will never turn off, ever. So these wires will always be on unless I destroy it. Now, something interesting about about redstone wire is that when it charges the blocks over it too. Or no, an input, it charges the blocks over it too. So as you can see, I put this block over it with redstone, and it charges it. And the same thing with under. Same thing with under the block too. Oh no. Well, with over too. With over. Now the next input is the lever. Now it's either permanently on or permanently off, whether what state it's on. So when I right click it, it turns on. Right click it again, it turns off. The button. Now for the button, it always needs to be on the side of a block. And when I right click it, it charges the wire for a couple seconds. I don't know. There's a specific time, but I don't know it right off the top of my head. And it needs to be on the side of the block. See, it can't go on the ground on top of a block. Next, the newest one is called the tripwire hook. It was added just a couple, like 2 weeks ago, I think, in the last pre-release. And you have to use 2 of them, and they need to be on the side of a block like a button. So you just put 2. They have to be on the same axis. No, that one's not it. They need to be on the same axis as each other, because the string you need to put string between them to connect them. You need the string to be straight between it. So whenever a mob or a player runs over it, it powers that wire. Now the next one, which is essentially the same thing, but the tripwire hook is disguised, and this isn't, is the pressure plate. When you walk on the pressure plate, it powers it. And with the difference between this and the tripwire hook is that when you don't need a long chain of pressure plates like this, and this is hard to activate because you need to do underground wiring. And there's 2 types of pressure plates: the stone and the wood, and they're essentially the same except for one. Stupid slime. They're essentially the same except for one difference, is that when you put an item on the wooden one, it's activated, while the stone isn't when you put a block over it. Those are all the inputs, and I'll show you the outputs next episode.